Hello. So today I want to talk to you about the game How to Save a World. It's not how to save our world, it's how to save a world, which, important life skill. And this game will be teaching you that. So there is a world and there is an asteroid hurtling towards it. And one of three plans is going to save it. It's either going to be a laser that's going to blow it apart. It's going to be a shield that the asteroid can, deflect off of, or worst case scenario, we're just going to have to evacuate the planet. So this was a game that I saw set up and being demoed at Gen Con, and it was sold out at the time. So I was so excited when Burnt Island Games sent me this copy so that I could try it, and I've been playing it. And let me tell you, this game is so fun. It is a heavier game. For sure. Like, it's not, the heaviest of all, but it's definitely, I would say, on the much heavier end of medium. And the solo is fantastic. So in this game, there's a lot going on, but not in a way that's overwhelming, in a way that gives you a lot of fun choices. So every player is going to have their own board, and they're going to have these little markers on it that are going to tell you kind of the minimum amount of a resource you will get to start every round with. Because in this game, you will take turns until you are ready to pass, and everybody can do that. And it's not like, oh, once everybody but one person is passed, you have to pass. Nope, you get to do it however you want. So you're going to be moving up and down on these different tracks to have resources. You have these cubes that are going to allow you to perform different actions up here. Some of them you can perform many times, which is going to let you increase your base amount of an item you can get. And then some of them are kind of going to give you some permanent benefits throughout the game, and they all cost different amounts. So this is your board where you're going to be tracking things. And then down here, you're going to be accumulating 3 different types of tags that you can spend on your turn. And the thing I love is at the end of every turn, they refresh. So there's benefits to buying things like tags and cards because you can use them potentially every turn. You have the great solo deck that's going to walk the solo through it. So it's a very low maintenance solo. It's easy to run. You have reference cards, which are always great. And then there are 3 different types of cards in the game. So these are species, and they are all going to have different end game scoring conditions on them if you buy these. Blue cards are boost cards. So when you do something, it's going to let you add to that and do more. And yellow cards are action cards. And one of the options on your turn for that, your turn is you can spend an action card. Or you can move one of your rovers, your workers, your landers, your spaceships, whatever you want to call them. So let me show you. I have the board set up, and the colors on this are just gorgeous. So there is a lot going on, and let me tell you about it. So over here, these are our 3 projects we are working on. This is our laser project, this is our shield project, and this is our evacuation project. As we work on them during the game, we will get to put project cubes into the bag because there is going to be an element at the end of each round where we draw cubes out of here. And the more of the project cubes we can get, that's better. The more of the asteroid cubes we get, that's bad, because this asteroid is hurtling towards our planet. Around the edge of the board, we have our score tracker, as is pretty standard. And then down here, we have our planet. And up here, we have our moon. So everybody has 3 spaceships that they are using, and you will have them between the moon and the planet, and you get to do different things. So these are the spots you can go to on your turn. As one of your turns, you can put one of your chunky little spaceships on one of the spaces and resolve what it does. Sometimes it gets you resources. Sometimes it lets you work on a project. Sometimes it lets you buy cards. There's different things happening. And when you work on a project, you get to move along the track and you get points along the way. And there's some upgrades. And then you're also going to get a benefit, and these change throughout the game. And then over here, you can work on more projects. You can do research things, which that's where I showed you how to get upgrades on your board. Or you can decide, I want to be first player next round, and you can put yourself there so that you will get an extra turn this round, and you will be first player next round. And then there's also a way to shuttle between planets. And at the end of the round, some of the spots have a shuttle icon on them and some don't. If they do, then that piece will go to the opposite location, and if not, it will stay in the location it's in. Now, you may have said I mentioned an asteroid is hurtling towards Earth. So it starts off down here, and based on the end of the round, you'll move forward one, and there's little symbols on here that will have you do things. And then you're going to pull cubes out of the bag based on your threat level, which increases every round. So you're going to be pulling more and more cubes, and potentially you're adding more and more project cubes and not as many asteroid cubes, but they're going to come out. And for every asteroid cube, you will move this closer. Once we get all the way to the end, we then have to figure out which is our successful project. And there is a little board right here that is, we've been pulling cubes all along. There will be some cubes on here already. And then we're going to do this big mighty pull to see which project is our successful project. The one that is the most successful will award the most points to whoever is farthest along that track. And you'll still get points if you are farthest along or second farthest along on the non-successful projects as well. So you get points either way. You just get a lot more points if you have your token the farthest along on the project that was the one that saved us all, that saved the world. So this game, like I said, it is so fun. There's so much going on. And I love that, you decide, okay, I'm done for the round. I'm going to pass, and that's fine. And then when the new round starts, we're going to do all the things to upkeep the board. I'm going to get my spent cards back. I'm going to get to turn my tags back over, and I can use them again. So you're getting to do more and more each turn, and everything just kind of makes sense. Everything is colorful, and all of the colors translate across all of the different boards, whether it's the main board, your player board, or the project board. I love this game. I think it is fantastic. It is one that is going to be hitting the table. It has been hitting the table a lot and will continue to do so. And like I said, the solo mode on this is really easy to run and play so smoothly that I love I can get it to the table whenever I want. So that is How to Save a World. Again, thank you to Burnt Island Games for sending me the copy. If you have played this, let me know what you think. Give me a like and a follow, and I'll keep bringing you more board game content. Thanks. Bye.